play a game. Every night is just the same. What do you say if I tell you how to keep from feeling blue? My advice is good to take and it's easier to do. When you're all alone, any old night, and you're feeling out of tune, pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Underneath the bright, silvery light, you'll be feeling better soon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Look, look, look at the stars above. Look, look, look at those sweeties love. Oh boy, give me a night in June. I mean it, all you got to do any old night when you're feeling out of tune. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. When you make a date any old night, gonna meet your sweetie soon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Underneath the bright, silvery light, that's the only place to spoon. Pick up your hat, close up your flat, and get out and get under the moon. Walk, walk, kissing and walk again, talk, talk, kissing and talk again, oh joy, sweethearts are all in tune. I mean it, when it's raining out, stay in a room, but on a lovely night in June, here's what to do, sweetie, and you just get out and get under the moon. If you're with a girl and she is cold, says she doesn't want her spoon, don't you feel blue? Here's what you do, just get out and get under the moon. If you feel a kiss and she gets sore, she'll forget it mighty soon. Don't stop to fret, she'll learn to pet when you get her under the moon. Indoors, there's not a thing to do. In-laws walk in and out on you. Oh boy, sister and brother too. I've tried it, just take my advice. If she is nice, nice as any night in June, just take her hand, she'll understand, and get out and get under the moon.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to regularly scheduled programming of Hunters Anonymous. How's everybody doing? James is, as always, right there.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening for another chat of the Hunters Anonymous. How's everybody doing? I don't know
Hey,
who's
Zach.
here yet.
Zach's here.
Oh, hey, Zach. What's up, Zach? We'll give it a few minutes and we'll start talking some haunt stuff. We'll wow you with some movie review.
Haunt movie. Well, sort of.
Hey,
Halloween movie.
quote unquote haunt movie.
It's really not.
Now that James has finally seen it, now that I finally able to get a copy to him. But how's everybody doing tonight? Everybody doing all right?
Hey, Gabby. Hey, Kyle.
Hey, Gabby.
We got 5 people on Facebook.
Oh, hey, people on Facebook. Look at there. There's Kyle. All the wonderful symbols coming up showing
I
me
need
who
to
and
add
what.
the chat to the countdown screen. That way we can get everything without it,
Oh, I gotcha.
Because if they comment before we get to the main screen, it doesn't show up.
Hey, Josh.
Hey, Josh. Actual haunt news, huh? And speculation, actually. Because
Yeah, it's more speculation. And like I said, a movie review.
Monster Misfits, what's going on? Hopefully you guys aren't making another page. Gabby said, I'm doing good. Just found out Friday where I'm working and shutting down, so I'm having to look for another job. Oh, no, that's horrible.
Oh,
Sorry
that
to hear
sucks. Sorry about that.
Hey, Keith,
Hey,
what's
Keith.
up? You going to be the 4 horsemen tomorrow or still going to be the trio tomorrow? That's not me creaking. What do you mean?
That's totally me creaking. Matter of fact, I may have to bow out for a second. No, that's me creaking.
Hey, Max.
What's up, Max?
4 with a special guest. Oh, okay.
Good God.
It's not me, Keith.
Oh, Lord. I will be right back. Hold
All
on
right.
just a second. I know we just got here, but I'll be right back. Let me mute.
Well, what's everybody been up to? What's going on? Any fun stuff? Yeah, but it is what it is. I wonder if we say Moto 3 times here underneath the bed. Lord, I hope not. Hey, thanks, Max. I don't know what you're going for, but I hope you got it. Both the hosts. You don't hear my chair. What do you mean? I literally haven't moved in my chair at all. I have a gigantic lazy boy super padded computer chair. Oh, where do you hear creaking? I don't hear anything. You hear MD when he was creaking, but that's just his joints because he's old. I can say that because he's muted. I heard it. You may hear me hitting my desk. I don't know. Building zombies, huh? I can make my chair creak if you want. See? This is me actively trying to make it creak, and it's not even really creaking that much. This is a great show. We're about that point where everybody should be getting kicked off of YouTube. Why are we not visible? Well, because we're Haunters Anonymous. We would not be anonymous if we were visible, right? You got an electric drum set. That's cool. What'd you get it for? Just for fun? I didn't see you on what you call it? When we did ministry. I was like, man, this is the time that we could actually talk about Tina Turner, and he's not even here. I don't like the dead silence when MD's not here. I need more noise. Ministry happened last Wednesday. Just for fun and practice. Nice. Well, shit, Kyle. Come on, man. Why is that standard YouTube? Because, it's standard. Standard. Yeah, I joined Monster Makers. That's why I said I hope you guys aren't making another damn page. It's hard to keep track of you guys. Yeah, the first Ministry of Amusement was pretty fun. It was interesting. We don't have an intro video yet, but we're working on it. It's a little different. You got to click the notification bell. Every Nazi group you're going to find and make a better one. Yeah, just have every single page that you can find, just make another one. Just make one called Haunters Anonymous Before Dark. I don't know what the hell he's doing. He's like, let's start the show, and then I'll be gone for the first 10 minutes.
I'm back.
Oh, he's back.
Sorry about that. All right, I'm back.
He said, are you firing up the pizzazz?
No. I wish. But no. All right. For God's sakes. And show's ended. I'm kidding.
All right. That was all the haunt news we have. We didn't give any yet, so.
Yeah. I'll probably be firing up the pizzazz tomorrow.
On Monday,
Not
pizzazz.
not that y'all will be witness to it or anything, but
We can go watch the 5 Horsemen on the Trio of Terror.
the 4 horsemen and a spare.
Yeah. You guys are about to get up to like a baseball team, aren't you?
Or at least a good poker game.
The baseball team of terror. There is actually a little bit of haunt news. It's funny because there was so much to talk about that, like, when we were doing ministry, it was hard to not talk about haunt news. And now that we're on Haunters Anonymous, all I can talk about is other shit.
No shit. Well, I mean, there is actually haunt news. One of my posted actually on the page. I'm gonna start posting stuff on the page again, since we're gonna have like, yeah, it's gonna be a full week before, between each Haunters Anonymous. But the West Coast Haunters Convention has decided to go virtual. They normally happen May 1st and 2nd. And they've went ahead and made the decision to go completely virtual. So, which is interesting because Transworld, they shifted their bit from March to like May, the following weekend after when West Coast Haunters Convention would have been. So now a lot of folks are going like, well, hell, if West Coast Haunters Convention is going virtual on the 1st and the 2nd, how in the world is Transworld going to happen?
May 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th.
Yeah, there you go. So that's kind of a bit of interesting news because.
And here's the thing with like Transworld though. the amount of money that vendors spend to take their stuff there, I feel like they need
Yeah.
to make their decision way earlier whether or not they're gonna just do it or not.
Yeah. And of course, buyers who would normally go in March, put their orders in for the big stuff. It's the people that build these things are losing quite a few months of building time. So those vendors are already telling folks, look, go ahead and put your orders in. This is what we got. Hopefully we'll see you in Transworld, but if not, Keith says I don't think Transworld is going to happen. I honestly don't think it is either, but we just hope for the best. But I just watched Scare Tour, ScareCon. They're not sure if they're going to happen. I can't remember when I think they're supposed to happen in May too, but they're not even sure. And of course, the UK and Europe and all those places are in super lockdown.
Yeah, which, not to get too in depth on things, but I feel like may be happening to us very soon, actually.
What? Wait, what?
I feel like that's going to be happening to us soon. We're going to be going lockdown, even with the
lockdown?
the vaccines and everything.
Not in Florida.
Well, no,
we're just wide open.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do, just.
I mean, they should just move everything to Florida and let everybody just go to Florida.
I think that's kind of happening.
And if you ain't scared of that, then you just go to Florida.
Scared.
You get yourself a bit of the COVID. That's your right.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, well, Keith, Transworld might end up being virtual again. I don't know.
Hey, Danny.
Hey, Danny. That's okay. You're late, and I bailed for like the first 10 minutes of the show. So it's all good. And yes, anybody was asking about the creaky chair. James has got the creaky microphone. I've got the creaky chair.
I do move the microphone quite a bit because I'm just annoyed with it sometimes.
What else was there? There's going to be a couple of haunts that are going to do Valentine's, which I don't agree with. I've stopped actually trying to remember their names because they're kind of pissant haunts anyway. So,
well, I mean, there's a big one up here doing it. We actually talked to them once, and I'm surprised they're going through with it. But
oh, really? Yeah. Wow.
What can you do?
And I'm sure there's going to be more that are going to announce it, but it's only a few weeks before Valentine's. But God, it's such a bad idea.
It is.
It was a bad idea for some of them to do Halloween season, and then of course I was not at all thrilled about them trying to do Christmas or Krampus, and I just think it is completely and utterly insane to try and do Valentine's. But it's, I guess, $1's a dollar for some of these folks.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's just like you go to the store now and you still see people not wearing a mask. What the fuck is wrong with you? I know. We're supposed to not be cussing on this one, but man, it really grinds my gears.
Well, the deal is it has directly. See, Vic says if Transworld doesn't happen this year, I guess I'll ask for my funds back. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you'll have to. I mean, and they know from last year how to handle it.
Dark Hour is going to do a Halloween show only this year. Yeah. They, of course, they made the decision last year to not open up at all. So, but they have a huge flow of people, and the ones that have just, oh my God, who was it that just they had? Oh Jesus, I can't remember who it is now. Somebody was doing I don't know what the hell you call it, but like when you decide to post a show that you did before, what the hell is that called? Year in review or whatever it was. And oh my God, the first one they chose was Mr. 60-page manual. I'm like, Jesus.
Well, I mean, it was the most talked about thing because literally people couldn't shut up about it.
It won't be this year because guess what?
The year-end recap.
Yeah, it's whatever. it's whatever now. I just thought, yeah, recap. Yeah, I guess maybe that's it. Yeah. Repeat. Somebody's been practicing. Like, Jesus. I get. Oh, you bought 3 tickets? Yeah. I don't know. I'm just. Oh, and of course, HauntCon and the Halloween Party Expo would have been not. I don't think this weekend. Was it last weekend?
Holy
that
shit!
would have been.
Dave said, "Hey, what's up, Dave? Welcome to the show, man."
Hey, Dave. Man, you took some caffeine pill and woke up and. So yeah, and then of course, absolutely nothing about Midwest Haunters Convention. Yet. Well, a couple of shows ago, 13 Skeletons had asked, if we thought that Halloween was going to be normal this year, and it's just not. It's just not.
No,
we're gonna be wearing masks. Masks are going to be a thing for a while.
Yep.
Whether you believe them or you do it or whatever, then it's still going to be a staple. So
I've gotten used to them, honestly. I really don't notice it anywhere like I did when it first started.
Well, Dave's okay in Facebook. We can see him there. He's right there.
Yeah, he's with you. He's just going to be a few 10 seconds behind you guys.
Yeah, just be sure everybody likes and shares and clicks and clacks and subscribes. And
yeah, there's 9 people watching and we got 2 thumbs up. That is not good.
Let me make it 3. I always forget. Let me do it. There we go.
The damn Nightbot's over here telling people what to do. And
damn Nightbot. So Keith, I had every intention this weekend of taking a picture of the light that I was talking about a few shows ago, and I completely forgot. So I'll have to do it sometime this week.
I'm already yawning. What the hell?
Well, it'll be a 1-hour show, I guess. The movie review that we will talk about for a minute, which I completely and utterly
it's your fault.
I traumatized James and his whole family with this movie.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm good at that. But so we talked about this a while ago, but James finally was able to see, and his family, and get traumatized. Medea's Boo.
It's bad. That's my review.
And on to the next movie. So finally, I had talked about it a while ago, and then of course I had talked about. I think we talked a long time ago. Madea Boo 2, which is an absolute horrendous movie. I enjoyed Medea's Boo to a small degree. James even said there was a couple of chuckles in it.
There are a few. Yeah, there's. I'm gonna be generous and say 4 parts that I chuckled at, and I was like, "Ha ha, that was funny."
Yeah, Tyler Perry. Yeah, Tyler Perry's Madea. I actually went when we could still go to theaters, I guess, but I'd never seen a Madea movie at all.
This was my first one too,
and probably last.
Yeah, definitely.
So because it was a Halloween movie, I'm like, oh, okay, I'll go see this. And I went to the theater and saw it. I'm like, okay, well, that was cute. And the following year, I decided, well, okay, well, the first one was cute. I'll go see Boo 2. And it was terrible. It was just it's almost like they didn't have a script. Oh, Zach says they're going to get the vaccine at work soon. Sweet.
Awesome, man. Yeah, please do. And
Um,
let me know like if your third arm is functional or if it's merely cosmetic.
Yeah, I'd be getting if I could get a vaccine, I'd get it right now. What do you mean, Keith? Medea is funny, I think. Okay.
See, even people that like Medea don't know that they like Medea. They're just like,
I
maybe.
We're gonna show those movies suck ass. Um, if I don't die, I'll let you know. Well, like I said, I'm not the Medea movies. I know there's a ton of them. Tyler Perry has made a ton of money.
Dude, I don't get it. I don't understand how they made so many Medea movies.
Because people just enjoy the hell out of them. Like I said, I went and watched it because there's no microchips in the damn vaccine. Damn Keith, Jesus Christ.
My
you're
dog
lucky.
is snoring so loud right now.
Really? Well,
Can you hear
I mean, that's
it?
awesome.
Hold on a second. Let's listen. You hear that?
No,
All right,
I don't.
yeah. Well, I have my noise gate up pretty high, so.
The noise gate.
Hey,
I
Rita.
like the scary movies.
How are you?
I saw one of her movies when she drove a Lincoln. It was funny. What? Hey, Rita. Okay. Well, Keith, did you see Medea Boo? The Boo movie?
I want to tell you to go watch it simply because I like knowing other people are pretty miserable at the same time I am.
If you snag Medea Boo, just don't bother with the second one. If you like, oh, you know what, the first one was cute, don't bother with the second one.
How can the second one be so significantly worse than the garbage heap that movie was?
Well, why don't you just personally traumatize your family with the second one?
I felt like I was watching that movie for 4.5 hours.
So Keith, go watch the first Boo movie and then let us know how you like it.
Yeah, and then after you get done watching 17 hours of Boo. Hey, Josh.
Hey, Josh. Now I watched Norbit. I couldn't get into Norbit.
Well, then if he thinks Norbit is funny as hell, he'd probably like Boo.
Well, that's true. Keith, okay, so your homework assignment is to watch Medea Boo, not the second. Well, you can watch the second one if you want to, but
oh, good grief, Josh, that's horrible.
Wasn't Martin Lawrence in Boo? Maybe? I don't know. I know that I saw a thing where a large part of the extras in the Medea Boo movie were like YouTube people, like quote unquote YouTube stars. I didn't recognize any of them, so
I don't know. I feel like there could have been literally anybody in that movie, and I wouldn't.
Except Tyler Perry.
You know what's funny though is like there was the one part where I'm like I like that character. I like that Medea character for like the stuff that she said at that one point. But then it's like the rest of the dialogue I'm like I don't like the character. Not at all.
Well, and that's the deal with the second one is literally you really get the sense that they actually did not have a script. Like they just made up words for every one of the scenes they had to do.
Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, Keith, you and Vic should totally go make a Medea Boo Facebook group.
Oh my God. Yeah, Zach, let us know how you feel. Well, let James know how you feel. I'm going to get it regardless. If we ever get any more.
I totally get it. Like I'm not on the microchip train or anything. I just my vaccination sensitivity is the only real issue.
Yeah. You said microchip train. Now I want chocolate chip cookies. That's interesting.
That's dude. I've got I have EL fudges. You know the fudge stripes. They
Yeah.
weren't EL fudges. They're just fudge stripes. I have the ones that are completely covered in fudge. They're called whoopsies or something. There's no stripes. It's just the whole damn cookie's covered in fudge.
Well, how very Halloweeny of you. I like when Family Guy makes fun of Medea.
I like when Family Guy makes fun of anything.
Keith says Vic hasn't watched Poltergeist yet.
What?
I don't
You
get
should
that.
start with Poltergeist 2 and then go watch Medea Boo.
Zach has hot nuts in his mouth right now. What?
That's interesting news.
Okay.
Thank you.
Lord, have mercy. Hey, Alan.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, oh, did your mom watch it, James?
No. She doesn't really watch TV.
No. You should force her to watch it so we can get an update.
She likes to watch home shows.
Well, Medea's a home show.
No.
No. Nope. Well, that was the that particular movie review was Medea Boo. Jesus H. And later on in the year we start ragging on people because it was also a homework assignment watching Medea so that James could understand.
Yep. I am
some other
Popcorn
things.
Lung. That's my name.
James, a connoisseur of cookies and fine Kool-Aids. There's another Norbit person.
Really? A lot of Norbits.
I don't know. No, thanks. Ellen, you totally need to watch Medea Boo. But I will say that if you decide to watch Medea Boo, you got to let us know what you thought of it. And if you decide that you're so incredibly bored that you watch Boo 2, then let me know about that too. I will say too. Now I will say that even I watched Medea Boo, and then I liked it to a point enough to watch the second one the next year because it was a Halloween movie, quote unquote. It was terrible, and then Medea came out with Medea Family Funeral or something, and I'll be damned if I went and watched that too at the theater. And that was just hideous.
We shouldn't even be having this conversation until you watch Hubie Halloween, because we're gonna talk.
You know what? I tell you what. Before next Sunday, before next Anonymous, I will watch. I will watch that. I will make it an absolute point to watch it.
You're going into this with me telling you that character is unbelievably annoying, the way he plays the character. But
yeah,
visually,
I can't stand out.
It's a beautiful movie.
I will definitely. Oh, I've got one, y'all. I've got one. Let's see. Have I? No, I haven't. Oh, that's the other thing. Oh, that was the other thing that I couldn't talk about during Ministry of Amusement. I will watch Hubie Halloween before next Sunday. We'll try to do at least a Halloween movie review every Sunday. It's short and sweet. I watched on Amazon Prime. It was a documentary. I finally got to watch Halloween in a Box.
Halloween in a Box.
Yes. My father's a very high-ranked biologist. Vaccine paranoia is 9% wrong. Yeah, I can't stand Adam Sandler, but I will watch that movie knowing that I can't stand Adam Sandler.
Well, I mean, it's filmed in Salem, so like it's just very.
That's because since you've told me really I'm watching it for the scenery, then that's what I'm going to do.
That's all it is. Yeah, there's a lot of beautiful lighting. There's a lot of funny like Halloween like tropes in it. Other than that, you just got to get past that freaking character because it's the only thing that kills the movie for me.
Oh, excuse me. I just belched. I didn't mean to, but that's all right. Last time I watched the movie was Jaws when it came out. That's Ellen. Zach says problem with everything is that some people have a bad reaction, like allergies or some idiot. Yeah, it's still. I mean, the few reactions there have been so far is it's few and far between. If I got to watch some Pornhub. Um, Halloween in a Box centers on Ben Cooper and College City, and the other company is Rubio's, I think. It talks about um, the costume the costumes that came in the boxes that were brightly colored, and they were everything from Star Wars to Transformers to Universal
Oh yeah,
Monsters.
yeah, like the
Yeah,
Ben Cooper thing, the vinyl.
yeah. It was actually the it's I think it's an hour and a half long, and it's a little slow and it's a little monotonous until you realize, well, it's monotonous because you're really going through a lot of history in a very short amount of time. And then, and this isn't giving away the farm because I didn't know this, but apparently it was a generalized thing. Towards the last 30 minutes, I won't everything, but I didn't know they talk about the whole the tampered Tylenol scare, like in 1983.
Yeah.
Um, I did not know that was really the Tylenol tamper scare was literally the catalyst for all of the urban legends with Halloween and the candy and the razor blades and the blah 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 blah. I did not know that was the catalyst that started that.
Huh.
Um, it was actually fascinating. It got if you got Prime or whatever, you can watch it. It's included with Prime, but it's called Halloween in a Box. And now, James, it's going to annoy you because the sound on it is whack.
Oh
It,
God.
it's whack, and you'll know exactly what I mean. It was not normalized across the board. Bob Cooper, when I interviewed him, he's sitting at a table and he's wearing some sort of like chain bracelet and he's constantly rattling it across. That annoyed the bejesus out of me. I just said, "Could you please take that damn thing off?" Because it was literally it was annoying. It was actually obnoxiously annoying. But got to bail. All right, man.
See you, Dave.
Night, weird
Hey,
kid.
Primo.
Hey, Primo.
Sorry to hear about your pinky, man.
Oh yeah, that sucks. Ew. Ew.
Ew. Ew.
Ew. Ew. That's too Halloweeny. But anyway, it was just it was cool. And then of course, once you realize what happened to the company, that kind of got sad. But if you get a chance, that's my documentary recommendation would be Halloween in a Box.
All right. I'll definitely check that out. I mean, well, for anybody that's been following the show long enough, they know a few months ago, like 7 months ago, maybe 6 months ago, I got that sealed Ben Cooper Egon costume that I had when I was a kid.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's as a matter of fact, it's right behind me. Still sealed, sitting beautiful.
Well, and you know the interesting thing is you'll watching Halloween in a Box. They give a great explanation of the licensing and how that worked, and how it bounced back and forth. It was actually it was. I was finally glad to finally. I think I watched it Friday night maybe, but I finally just sat down and watched it. And I'm like, I'm going to start watching some of the stuff that I've queued up on Prime.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely check into that.
It was cool. I think you will not. It's funny because as I was watching it, literally, I think I even said out loud, I'm like, God, James would get pissed off at this thing because the audio is so unnormalized. And then Bob Cooper and that damn God, that damn rattly chain ass. It was getting to a point where I was literally just cringing every time that they flashed over to him, and I'm like, I think at one point they finally may have said something about it because he stopped doing it. He's one of my 9 lives on my fingers.
Primo said,
definitely,
"Did you see the picture?" I didn't see the picture. To be honest with you, I don't know that I want to see the picture of it.
Yeah, I don't really want to see a picture. I'm sorry, but I don't want to see a picture of your
cut off
decapitated finger. I don't know about that. I mean, I appreciate you sending it, but I don't need to say it.
Yeah, sealed Egon. It was a sealed Egon Spangler costume, Halloween costume that I had one when I was a kid that I wore. I think I wore it a couple of years. Matter of fact, um, I got it off of eBay. Still sealed. It's amazing, and I love it.
Well, when you watch Halloween in a Box, you'll also be fascinated by the collectors like yourself and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool. Watch it when you can. It's I guarantee you it's much better than Medea Boo. Hey Reginald, what's up, man? Reginald. Okay, so you missed you missed our movie review. So the movie review was Medea Boo. I'm anybody new coming in, I gotta ask if did you see Medea Boo?
Yes.
Not Boo 2.
And if
but
you
Boo.
like it, I'm gonna kindly ask you to please leave.
Reconstruct my pinky finger because doctors can't so ew. Yeah, I don't. I'm telling. Yeah, Primo. Yeah, I hate that about your pinky, man. I hope they can get it all put back together, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be looking at the picture that you sent of your.
I would rather watch Primo take his pinky off with a skill saw than watch Medea Boo again.
Well, don't give him any ideas.
And I have zero interest in seeing this.
Reginald, how you doing, buddy? We are definitely 100% haunt talk. We're back to the. I mean, we're still going to have fun and all, but just let you know, we are back into the pure organic Haunters Anonymous talk now that we have the Ministry of Amusement. Primo says Medea Boo 1 was better than 2. The second one was terrible. Reginald, did you see both of them or just the first one? Reginald said he didn't like it.
Well, that makes sense. He has good taste.
Vic says he wants to see it, Primo. Send it to Vic. Or James can send it to Vic. So that Vic may steal what you're
right. He's gonna make a fucking a plaster, whatever.
It'll be his next video.
This is me cutting my pinky off with a skill saw.
Oh my god. I had never seen a Medea anything or movie or anything, Reginald, until that's what I was telling everybody. When Medea Boo came out, I'm like, well, it's a Halloween movie. Okay, let me go check it out, blah, blah. And so I did. I went to the theater and I enjoyed it enough that I'm like, okay, well, next year, oh, there's a Boo 2. And Boo 2 was, oh my God, it was horrendous. Jesus, it was horrendous.
Boo 2.
God, Boo 2 was just their whole take on trying to do Camp Crystal Lake and all that crap was just, God, it was terrible. Vic, if you want to message James, he'll send it to you. Oh, good. We got gore porn.
Ooh, while we're on this topic, there's a really cool article from the Smithsonian. I can't talk tonight.
Yum.
About how many dead people are buried under the London streets. And like how it's causing a problem now.
Because
as they continue to like do construction and stuff, they keep unearthing bones and skeletons. That was my squeaky chair that time.
There we go. I try not to move. I've been trying not to move since I got back. Eventually, I'm gonna have to get another chair.
It's because
there's no fixing it. Yeah, if you're unearthing dead people.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. I have the other half of my finger in a tube around my neck.
Cool.
There you go.
Don't send a picture.
No, don't do that. Send it to Keith or Vic or whoever said they wanted
it. Send it to Vic. So the second video he does will be like, look at this, everybody.
Look at I made a finger necklace.
It's a finger in a tube. You know we're playing with you, Vic, but not really. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the next video we see. from the 23 and a half horsemen. So it sucks to be England. I watched my new thing is watching sea level rise. Yeah, those places are not in good shape, just so. Oh, and the porta potty? Yeah. That was in Boo 2. So James, now you know there's a porta potty involved in Boo 2.
Mm,
Josh
I-
says my house is haunted. So is mine, actually.
I'm sold. I'm gonna go
I'm
totally
sold.
watch it.
And I'm sold. Let me go and purchase that right now. Key says he'll put it in resin for you. Your pinky tip. God, that just sounded
Just
not
the
good at
tip.
all.
Yep.
Oh God. By 2 little kids and a woman. Uh-oh.
Well, if you've ever entered one of Cobwebs and Candlesticks giveaways, he always wants you to. He always says, "Enter me." Is the I'm like, I refuse to tell Keith to enter me.
Vic says, you guys not collect odd crap. I have real human skulls, skeletons, and bones, and more crap. Now, don't you have to have a license for that? Isn't there something about having human remains, including bones, that like? And this is a legitimate question because I thought like you had to have some write up or something to basically say you didn't just go romping into a
He didn't kill somebody and keep their.
yeah, or you just like say went into a mausoleum and like, oh, look at that.
No,
Josh, God.
it's only illegal when you get caught.
It's not like Calliope said it. Not in Alabama. Oh, okay. It's like, woo.
I'm glad it's legal to own human bones, because if not, my body would just be really weird. Just a random blob of skin.
Don't get caught with a CD row skeleton though. What's that?
Yeah, what the hell's a CD
What's a
row?
CD row skeleton? I said it really fast, thinking maybe it was phonetic, but it's not. A CD row. The closest I have, which the police that go up and down my street, they think it's a hoot. And not when I first put it in, but I actually have a college skeleton in my window, my front living room window. It's an actual the kind that you'd get for a college classroom, staring out eternally through the last window of the house.
Can't have crow bones.
Crows are a no-no.
Why? I had to look this up. Thanks a lot for giving me homework.
In Wisconsin, you do need a special license, real bones and stuff. Oh, I'm twitching at the thought. You can't sell them unless they are articulated for medical purpose, teaching and stuff. Oh, you can own crows. You can't own crows. Oh, okay. This is getting weird. When I cut it, pass out from the. Well, I bet you did pass out from the pain cutting your damn tip of your pinky tip off. Jesus.
Oh, because they're protected by the Migratory Bird Treaty Act.
An odd fellow skeleton. Who's that question towards? I can't. I'd have to look up the company. The company's still around. The one that I've got here. No. Oh, if you're talking about me, it wasn't Oddfellows. I'd have to look them up. They're still around, but actually, the one that I've got, the anatomical skeleton, I bought one of the times I went to MHC. Um, and they had them for a really good price. Because they were. There's something about them that's not quite right. I mean, you couldn't tell, but they were not quality enough for college, like manufacturer defect. I don't know what it is, but I remember I went in there I'm like, what is that? I'm like, hell yeah! I think it was like $200, and I remember the box was extremely heavy, and I got it. They said they couldn't hold it for me while I walked around, so I took the box, went all the way to the car with it, which was heavy as bejesus, and then came back to the show.
It was heavy as bejesus.
It was heavy as it was. It is very heavy. And the cool thing is it comes with a bag of extra teeth in case you lose the teeth. in case you start punching the shit out of your own college skeleton, you knock its teeth out. You got an extra bag.
Or if
I
you punch
guess.
a wooden board and it comes back and smacks you in the face.
No, Keith, it wasn't secondhand skeletons either. I'd have to go look them up. I just cannot remember they had some cool ass stuff at MHC too. I could have dropped some bucks, but I'm like, yeah, I'll take a full anatomical, 5.5 foot tall skeleton.
You could take that big fat $600 stimulus. There you go. You're all set.
I get myself 3 skeletons. Yep, there's my squeaky chair, by the way. If everybody. Vic says he has a lot of Oddfellows stuff.
Primo passed out and woke up in an ambulance from the pain.
Jesus.
Yeah, you would definitely get put in Facebook jail if you posted
Yeah,
that.
Zuckerberg. You'd make Zuckerberg throw up or something. He put you in Facebook jail. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to look on my Amazon list and see. I'm gonna try to do a couple. I will definitely watch the Hoobie Halloween for next Sunday. So I may talk about it. But I've got a pretty good sized list on Prime that I'm trying to get through, and I literally sat down one night and it was super just cold here in Florida, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna watch this damn Halloween box, and I enjoyed it. Yeah, Vic just got. I don't know. I see a lot of people going to Facebook jail, and a lot of them don't even know what the hell they went to jail for.
Dude, I've got pinged on like 3 things that I posted in like 2009.
I've never been popped for anything. Of course, I don't post all that much on my personal page. I'm going to start posting my Halloween stuff again now that I feel like posting Halloween stuff again on my Facebook page.
You should play Medea 2, Boo 2 on your drive-in movie screen.
Yeah, I don't want people to set my house on fire.
Well, you wouldn't have to worry about them lingering and just watching the movie at least.
Yeah. Speaking of, I have been drawing up. I was talking to my parents about this. We were talking about like the damn hurricane every 2 weeks again, but I'm drawing up plans on the only thing that, like, if something were like, if I start building, would be the screen. I'm gonna make everything else where like nothing's gonna move, nothing can blow away, nothing. But I'm gonna make the screen where I can dismantle it pretty damn quickly if I needed to, because I would like to actually have it up by the 3rd week of September, and then run through October. And what day is Halloween on this year? Monday?
Let us see.
It seemed like it jumps a day. It was not on Sunday because it was Saturday last year.
October 31st is on Sunday.
It is Sunday. Really? That's cool, I guess. I had to restart my Facebook, make a new one. My old one got deleted somehow. Try to make a new one. Oh my god.
That sucks.
We're late. Why are we late, Mark?
You're
Mark,
late.
you totally missed our movie review, but that's okay. And how are you doing, Mark? You doing all right? Keeping Disney intact, so that everybody in the United States can come here and enjoy it and bring their COVID with them.
Primo said we need to show our faces, but if we did that, we wouldn't be anonymous.
Yeah, I was explaining that to somebody too. Who was I explaining that to? Somebody. I think it was my neighbor. Off to put it back together. All right, Mark. Thanks for dropping in, man. Stay safe.
Hey, 13.
Hey, 13. Oh my God. Now we need to stay on another hour just because 13 just came in.
We got 5 minutes, 13.
13. Hey, listen. I don't think you were with us the last stream. But James and I have started our other project, which is the Ministry of Amusement. So we are separating, quote unquote, church and state. So Haunters Anonymous will go back into about 95% nothing but haunt talk again. And then if you want all the crazy shenanigans, you can get that on Ministry of Amusement, which is on Wednesdays.
95
So
is a high number.
Well, I don't know. We've been doing about 95, 90, 80, 87 tonight.
Rita, you're not wrong.
So anyway, 13, how are you doing, sir? I hope all is going well. Matter of fact, I was just talking about my hurricane plans for, because I'm going to decorate my yard this year and I got to make it hurricane proof. We had a movie review. I'd like to know if you watched Medea Boo. But yeah, so just to reiterate, 13, just in case, like I said, we, of course, last Wednesday was a hoot. Wow. But anyway, so we're going to definitely try to stick
like
as much on topic of haunts. We just did some haunt news, some closings, some possible closings, stuff like that. So if you come in to a Haunters Anonymous, at least you know that most of the time it'll be haunt talk now. But definitely need to show up on Ministry of Amusement because that's where all the crazy stuff's going to be. We actually even try not to talk
Science
haunt
behind
stuff
this care wants to recognize all of the dreams Mark has crushed.
Also, 13, I don't know if you've been here since I got the card for the Christmas card, so thank you very much. Much appreciated.
Science behind this care wants to remind everyone to go like 13 skeletons.
Hey, Science. Science is spamming
Science
out those
behind
cards.
this care says James,
Sweet.
Stop talking about Dunkaroos.
Look at that. Oh, Zach is yet to be stimulated.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Maybe we'll get more stimulated later. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting though with now that we know that HauntCon and the Halloween Party Expo went virtual, and West Coast Haunters Convention is in May, will be virtual. Trans World has shifted from March to May, which is going to be interesting. And of course, some of you folks have already said that you really don't think that Trans World's going to happen. I'm inclined to say the same. Midwest Haunters Convention hasn't really made any. Yeah, super cold in Florida. Super cold in Florida is like when it gets like, I don't know, 55 degrees or under.
It's snowing right now here.
Whatever. Nobody cares. Keep that stuff up where you're at. Winter Wonderland. Christmas is over. No more snow. New look I see on YouTube. Well, we did go back to the regular chat. Oh, you're talking about 13's talking about the chat chat line.
So 13. Now not only are we doing live video on Facebook and YouTube at the same time, but anybody that posts comments on Facebook, their comment will show up in our video, and I have a bot running that will actually post the comment into the YouTube chat, so everybody gets to see.
Yeah, very snazzy. You won't see this snazziness anywhere else.
Right? We don't even need a consortium.
No, or any haunties of Illumi.
We'd light our own fires.
And I will say that James made this happen. It's amazing because I was literally too lazy to go check on Facebook, so I needed all the chat in one screen. So, but yeah, so we are broadcasting in YouTube and Facebook simultaneously.
Oh shit! By the way, that comment about the consortium was totally not towards the trio and their 5 members.
Oh no.
It totally wasn't directed at you guys, honestly.
No, it was no. That was no.
But I'm sure you knew that.
We'll get that. No, we'll in due time we will start really going off on some folks and some other stuff. who aptly deserve it in the haunt community. We're upscaling. We're always upscaling.
Keep moving forward, unless we're going backwards.
There you go. But yeah, 13. Find us Ministry of Amusement on Facebook. Wednesday will be the Ministry of Amusement. It will not be Haunters Anonymous, but it will be James and myself. And that's where a lot of the fun cantankery talk is. We really are trying to re-separate everything, because we should have a lot of really good and poignant haunt news this year. Even though things are already being taken from real world to virtual and all that stuff, I'm going to start. Excuse me. I'm going to start posting stuff. The builds that I'm doing. I've already got some of the material in that I need. So it's we're gonna go full coals into the fire with haunt stuff. So, but definitely, if you can join us for the Ministry of Amusement, I think you'd enjoy it.
Yeah, and we need to get some of the trio guys on so they can do their builder spotlight. We can have our builder spotlight section again, and they can show off their. I'm not even gonna word it the way I just did in my head. So.
Well, and some of the folks we had on last year, including 13, and some of the other ones. Once 13 Skeletons may already know what their plans are for this year, we'd love to hear it. Or if you don't yet, then get them back on. So it's getting the builders back on, the vendors and the home haunts.
Hell no, I'm not building anything. I am constructing programs.
I was gonna say that's not quite true with James. Little does he know that he's going to be doing a lot of Arduino-ness this year. So I'll be doing my own electronics.
Katie, Katie actually has 2 Arduinos now, and she's learning to program them.
Get out. That's fantastic.
She knows how to turn an LED on and off and set its blinking speed.
That's cool. I mean, you have to start off basic to keep going.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to be working. I'm actually probably shortly going to be getting some Raspberry Pis. My big thing this year is going to be, last year I wanted to do the drive-in. I had it all in my head. I had it all planned out pretty much. But literally because of the pandemic, and then, literally the Gulf of Mexico churning out freaking hurricanes like they were, I don't know, Burger King sandwiches or something, like nonstop. It just really kind of took the wind out of my sails. This year though, I'm just going to chug along and make everything as doom proof as possible. But I'm also going to be I'm going to be working a lot with pixel LEDs this year, not just for Halloween, but for Christmas as well.
You could use the crap out of some Raspberry Pis for a drive-in. I can think of so many good things to do with that. And now I'm thinking about taking some Arduinos and programming them to like use a stepper motor, and you could have it open a door, shut the door.
Well, yeah. I mean, some of the vendors that build electronic stuff that do things like that, that's what they're using. They're just using, Arduinos shoved in a box. Well, that 12-foot tall skeleton, it had to have been, an Arduino in the pelvis.
With an Arduino in the pelvis. New band name.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's it. That's a shirt. And then the OLED for eyes.
We should totally put that on the shirt, and then have like on the back of the shirt just have that big ass skeleton's head with those weird eyes.
And actually, have like actual OLEDs, and so that
So it moves.
Oh my god, that would be funny.
Arduino in the pelvis.
That's almost like a goth band name. Yeah. So, and James and I, we've talked about this too. That yeah, we've got some things for real in the works. Getting Ministry of Amusement going was pretty much a big thing for the beginning of the year, so that, like I said, we can separate everything. I'm going to definitely be. I don't know if I may do some videos of some of the stuff I do. I will definitely be doing pictures. I'm going to definitely be archiving, the stuff that I do this year, including the drive-in theater. My big thing, yeah, get a little technical about it. My big thing is for sound. I don't know if I haven't decided if I want to do an FM transmitter or a multi-Bluetooth transmitter.
Yeah.
It'll probably end up being an FM transmitter because I want people to be able to be in there. Once again, in case this year for Halloween is another 6-foot mask, people shooting, eating the treats all over the damn place. I want to make it where they can like just kind of drive and not have to get up, and they can tune in on their cars.
I feel like Zach is currently about 7 minutes behind on the stream. You see what I mean? He just now.
Yeah, but he's on YouTube, so it shouldn't be.
Yeah, but it probably you know how it pauses sometimes randomly.
Oh yeah.
I think that's what happened to him.
So you think he's not actually live?
Yeah, I think he's back a couple.
Wow, he really is behind. Hey, Zach, see if your little red live button is lit, because we think you might be lagging behind.
Hold on, let me type it, because I feel like he'll get that faster than he'll hear you.
Trio has 4, haha, but we will have a special guest tomorrow, which will be 5. So there'll be a trio plus 1 plus 1. I'm pretty sure, God, now I forgot that. I think it's called a Part 15 FM transmitter. It's a legal way to actually transmit sound over a short distance. But yeah, I actually, I'm going to do the yard this year. Well, I'm actually thinking about building a walk, depending on how the pandemic keeps going. Now that I've corner of my yard is like almost completely cleared out from a ginormous oak hickory tree. I actually have a lot of room to do something all the way in the back. It'll be interesting, but I'm determined to actually not lollygag around. Oh my God, I wish Mark was here to spell that, because
I'm lollygagging.
Lollygagging.
I would like to address one thing for everybody that said that we should put video on. If you go back to like the 3rd or 4th month that we were doing shows, I'm on there. I actually have my video on for like 2 or 3 of the streams. So I am technically not fully anonymous.
Well, anybody that's got me on Facebook knows I'm not anonymous. Primo's got to change his bandages. Man, sorry about that, buddy. Hopefully it's all right. Just don't take a picture of it and send it. Okay.
Be careful.
All right, Mark. So
lollygagging.
Mark is here. So Mark, you need to spell the word lollygag.
He did.
Lollygagging, the whole thing. I know you can spell it perfect, but it's so much more funny. See, look at that. Damn it.
Really took the wind out of the sails on that one.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we all know Mark is an extremely intelligent person. It's just fun when he starts to try and spell words.
It's fun when
I know he knows how to spell, but they just go like, the way he spells them, you're like, I don't even know what language that is. It's fantastic.
He spells patchouli like it's a planet in Star Wars.
Jesus Christ. Now I see the word lollygagging spelled out. It's kind of pornographic, but that's okay. But yeah, so it's that my goal is to basically spend this year to do some really, really cool stuff for Halloween and and bolt it down and then just take it day by day when hurricane season starts tomorrow, whenever the hell hurricane season is going to start this year. Jesus Christ. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe to Holland's Anonymous. I really, really hope that our hurricane season here is not like it was last year. God, that was, Jesus. I mean, it was bad weather all over the damn place, but it really kind of just, but that's all right because I'm gonna bolt things down. I'm gonna make it where, you know, the yard is going to actually be fully decorated this year.
Well,
Regardless.
shall we end it at 10:15?
Yeah, it's up to you. We can. I know I owed people at least 10 or 12 minutes, so.
That, in fact, you do.
That's up to you. I mean, we can start to wind it down, or if you want to go till the bottom of the hour, or it's totally how you feel.
What does chat want? Do you guys want
Do you want another 15-minute? Where did Danny go, by the way?
10:30? I know, she's been all silent, not saying things.
Danny would be the first person. Yeah, we'll chat for a few more minutes, and if you decide that you'd like to go to the bottom of the hour, we can do that. I can do that. Easy peasy. But yeah, so I think I talked about this last Sunday too. But my goal too is to make literally as much as possible low voltage in my yard this year. Low voltage DC. So I'm going to be making actual low voltage hubs, 12 volt and 5 volt. You still have another 15 minutes till I get to work. All right, we'll stick around for 15 for you, Mark. Am I going to contact Classic Car Club for your display? 13, I'm not sure. Here's the deal with having nice cars in my yard. I got plenty of room. It would be very cool, although I'm already building fake headlights. I talked about that with Keith last show. A friend of mine, he's replacing a bunch of his floodlights on his Jeep, and I'm going to retrofit those to make fake headlights. For the same reason that I am going to need to bolt things down and make the theater screen easily collapsible because of possible hurricanes, I'd hate to have.
Holy crap! Where is this music coming from?
Well, I don't know what music you're talking about.
That's weird.
Okay, it's an FM transmitter. I would hate to have any vehicles in the yard that could get banged up with a hurricane. Believe it or not, last year really. I don't get freaked out or anything like that with anything, but it really last year was an eye opener as far as our climate change. Regardless if you believe it's a human made condition or we're making it worse or it's just a natural thing. Last year I've never known anything like that here in Florida. It was completely and utterly just crazy. So I think I would rather in my yard. I mean, if people have like old cars that they're like, oh yeah, if something comes flying and knocks out a window or something, hell yeah, whatever.
See you, Rita.
Thanks, Rita. Take it easy. I would just, because my neighborhood, nobody would mess with them. Nobody would screw with them or try to steal them. I would literally just be more concerned about them being this close to the water, and having the wind gusts like we had last year multiple times, and then getting damaged that way. As weird as it sounds, it's weird. I'm having to have that much forward thinking just because of hurricanes. But the screen I'm going to build, believe it or not, is going to be pretty big. So I'd also thought about inviting folks to come in and actually watch real movies on it, besides just the vintage, like Let's Go to the Lobby and all that stuff kind of bit.
Put on Hunters Anonymous. Let's all go to the lobby.
Because all that stuff is lost its copyright as well.
Yep.
But yeah, 13. If there's folks that have like body parts, maybe if they wanted to I know somebody that actually has a junkyard that could bring me some junk cars easily, and if they set on fire, then they don't care. But I'm going to try to do it as non-destructive as possible. Jesus. Oh God.
I can't wait to see what 13's doing this year too.
Yeah, 13, we got to know what you're doing pretty soon so we can start really pushing it for you and then get you back on here so you can tell us all about it. I say, since you were our first guest last year, make you the first guest for this year and hopefully not the last.
Yeah.
But I did, going back on even the movie screen I'm going to design, should for some reason it doesn't get taken down and we do have some really bad wind gusts, it'll be designed to actually tear away the stanchion. What holds it up will be fine. That's going to be pretty sturdy. But should the screen tear and go flying all over the place, it'll be replaceable within 20 minutes. Car burning. Yeah. 13 hasn't started planning. Okay, well, now I don't feel too bad. Just kidding. Actually, oh my God, this year I'm ahead of you. I just got to get my butt in gear like you did, and anything I do will be nowhere near what you did whatsoever.
Welcome back, Zach.
Welcome back, Zach.
But, yeah, you got to do a lot to top what he did last year, man.
Oh yeah, no,
that was nuts.
I would have to. The only way I'd be able to top that is by sheer volume. This is the size of my yard. If I could just fill the whole yard up with just nothing but Halloween stuff, then maybe.
I honestly hope he got a decent amount of actual media coverage on that last year, because it was great. It was such a great thing for the community and everything.
Yeah. Well, and any video or media coverage from last year always makes a great advertisement for this year. Like, yep. Hey, if you missed this awesome stuff last year, well, shame on you. Be sure to make it this year. I'm really hoping that even though 13, because you asked us last time about the normalcy of this year's Halloween, even though I don't think that this Halloween is going to be anywhere near what we're used to, like 100% normal, I think that it will be a little bit better than last year. I think that we will be in more jovial spirits and a bit more loose with things for this coming year. We're going into 2021 pretty hard, very hard with the pandemic, but they're saying that even by summer, midsummer, late summer, we might be a bit more in a sigh of relief. And I did read where COVID will become more of like the common cold, as in it'll still be seasonal. It won't be that bad, but it will be here. And we just have to watch out for it. So can't be worse than last year. Well, not unless the super volcano that I'm pretty sure is going to happen. Probably the Yellowstone caldera will probably explode like October 30th.
Right.
And then my entire drive-in theater will be covered in ash, and I'll just make a video of me standing out there going like, son of a bitch.
It'll be Valentine's Day.
Huh?
It'll be Valentine's Day. That's when it's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Right when the few places are going to have their Valentines.
So we can spend all of this year just bitching about the ash falling and how cold it's getting.
Yeah. We'll be like, I'll be like, damn hurricane's coming, and all it's going to do is stir up all the ash.
Fucking ash winter
Damn it.
out there.
Damn it. It's a good thing I have to close my windows during a hurricane to be all over the damn place. HHN will probably start in May this year to make up for last year. Which is that'll be our other interesting topic we can talk about for a few months is, will this be HHN 30 or will it be HHN 31?
It's
Because
31.
I'd be willing to bet you they're gonna do it this year. They're gonna do it. They don't, if every person on the planet licks a pole and goes to it and they're like, woohoo.
Oh yeah, they're totally doing it. It doesn't.
Yeah, there will not be not be a HHN this year. I mean, they'd do it right now if they had the chance.
They'd stop firing everybody.
Oh my God, no kidding. And then of course, since we are sure they're going to do HHN this year, not knowing if it's going to be 30-31, or maybe they'll say it's 61 and just combine the two numbers together. How good will it be? I mean, how good will it be since they fired all the people? 13 says, you may have mentioned it, is Transworld on? 13, Transworld announced a few weeks ago, because Transworld is normally in March, that Transworld is going to shift to the second weekend of May, tentatively, right now. So to answer your question, as far as Transworld is concerned, Transworld is still on, but they have shifted it from March to the second weekend of May for right now. However, the West Coast Haunters Convention, which would normally be the first weekend of May, has already said they're going to go virtual this year. So that's the big talk now is the West Coast Haunters Convention is already deciding to go virtual for the first weekend of May, then will Transworld actually occur the second weekend of May as an actual face-to-face event? So that's the answer to your question. Transworld is shifted. It's on, but it's shifted. The Midwest Haunters Convention hasn't said anything yet. As a little side note for Transworld, though, quite a few of us now, even earlier in the chat, think that Transworld probably will be virtual again this year.
Yeah,
because if they don't do it in May, quite honestly, I think they went from March to May to June last year.
I think so.
Something like that. And since nothing was getting better, they just dropped it.
Yeah, they kept changing it. And that was screwing with everybody that had to do, they have to do their own prep and everything and the money they had to.
Yeah. People had spent tons of money shipping their stuff, some of it overseas to Transworld, that had to figure out, that was a ton of money to ship it there. Now I got to ship it back and I haven't made any money. The other thing too with Transworld is, it's easy for a buyer to go in and go like, oh, I love this $40,000 20-foot tall animatronic thing. But it's another thing for the vendor to say, holy crap, I have a much shorter amount of time to build this, because they don't build, Distortions, I think, keeps stuff on stock. Not all their stuff, but I think a few of their things have to be, they may keep one or two or three but their stuff is expensive to build. So once you start hitting past May for vendors, especially the Transworld vendors, you start getting concerns about, am I going to get my product on time? Can I get the product out on time? Mark says there was not an HHN last year.
There was not
that's
an HHN.
I'm glad, Mark, it only took 5 months for you to.
No, he said not.
There was not a. Oh, you bastard. You're taking advantage of my old tired brain. Yeah, there was no HHN last year, Mark. Now I'm just ticked off at you because now you're just screwing with me. I'm playing with you. Well, I will guarantee you there'll be an HHN this year. I mean,
yeah, totally.
There will be. So, that's, I can't even joke about it. I can't even say there won't be again. There isn't one and blah, blah, blah. It'll be there. I won't be going to it.
Me either.
because it's still naughty out there. We are not in the clear. We're not going to be in the clear to go to a crotch to ass event that I know HHN will end up being. So I didn't do it. I know. I didn't. No, there's no victory. I didn't say there was an HHN last year. I will say that there's an unless you mean if I'm going to admit there's an HHN this year, then yes. You can, if you get the Billie Eilish house, then you just enjoy yourself. Because I swear to God, if that happens this in 2021, one, the amount of jokes it will have for the show will be just boundless and endless. But two, I literally really think, and I'll say it right now here in January, if, like I said, I'm not going to HHN this year just because we're still in Naughtyville. And I think we still will be next year. God dog it, in this October. But if HHN does a Billie Eilish house, I swear to God, I'll never go back to HHN again because that's pathetic.
What? Why were there people waiting 11 hours for a cookie yesterday at Disney Springs?
What was in the cookie? Like either cocaine or gold or both? And I know you're being serious, but 11 hours for a cookie at Disney Springs. Something that Reginald could probably make at his house and sell for half the price, ship it. I know he could. That's insane. That just means people are ultra desperate to be out to lick poles. And I won't have it.
And I won't have it.
I won't have it. I do know that there will be more haunted attractions opening them up this year. Because the cookie place opened and people just had to wait for it. There is no way in hell I would wait 11 hours for a cookie and or a ride or anything. Or a haunted house at HHN or a haunted house anywhere. Nothing.
No.
I have a friend that waited 7 hours. Was it good? Was it a good cookie? Did they report on the tastiness of the cookie?
It had better have been the best cookie.
Yeah, licking poles, Zach. Yeah, I think this year though, I think that a majority of the haunted attractions outside of Universal and stuff will open this year. If we are calming down with stuff, I do think that a few of them are probably not going to make it from last year. Another little tidbit of haunt news. 13th Floor sold one of their attractions in Columbus.
I remember that. We were talking about that. And we're like, shit, we can't
Yeah,
talk about this now.
Yeah, that became official. The name change and everything is official. I think it's called Fear Columbus Haunted House or Haunted Attraction. And it was 13th Floor Columbus, I think was the name of it. But now it's quote unquote privately held by a former haunted attraction owner who closed up for a few years and then bought this one. So
That's
I thought it was
something
interesting.
Science and Max may know information on too because they're in Ohio.
Maybe. Oh, I mean, there's not much. I don't think there's much more to know than. I mean, I don't want to say the name of the person that bought it. Nice person. It's out there. You can find out. It's out there.
Well, there it is.
What?
Welcome, Leach. They posted who it was.
Okay. Yeah. It's Nick Francis. I just wasn't going to say his name. Just, I don't know why, but it looks like it's going to be a blast. And of course it'd be interesting to know for a company 13th Floor that's in the business, and I'm going to say it this way, of acquiring attractions that aren't doing so well, and that's why they get them, is because they get them at a good price. But also apparently 13th Floor has got some higher up managerial issues, which I won't go into. relinquishing one. I think is very interesting. I don't know if we told y'all that Erebus is moving. Erebus sold their ginormous buildings.
Yeah.
So I don't think they've said where they're moving to, but that was kind of a Erebus was on my super top, got to get there list of attractions, and I was hoping to do it this year if everything had calmed down, and if not, the next year. But and the idea was to go in that particular building they were in, but now that's kind of dashed straight into the abyss of hell. So in multiple levels. But yeah, so it'd be interesting to keep tabs on. I'm almost positive that's what it's called now. Is Fear Columbus Haunted Attraction or Fear Columbus Haunted House, and it was 13th floor Columbus. So, and I think that all transpired mid-year last year. But it's going to be interesting, and I'm going to definitely, like I did last year, I'll have my pulse on gazillions of haunted attractions. I think a few new ones are going to open up this year, are going to try to. All right,
Yeah.
Mark, glad you made it safe, man. Thanks, dude. Thanks for coming by. Maybe you can make it for Wednesday. Be safe. But yeah, so there's gonna be plenty of haunt news, and we're gonna make sure there is. And then of course everybody be sure to go and like and share Ministry of Amusement. That's what will be on Wednesday.
Yep.
And since Mark is now at work and he's gone, we don't have to entertain him anymore. Just kidding. We'll go ahead and start winding it down, so that I may go eat a sandwich. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and wind it down since we are at the bottom of the hour. As always, thank you so much, everybody that showed up. I'm glad that we did have quite a bit of haunt stuff to talk about and still had some fun, and y'all always keep the ball rolling. Once again, be sure to join us for Ministry of Amusement. Ministry of Amusement is Max. It's just random BS chat. Like a lot of the stuff that we started doing here at Haunt Anonymous, because there was no haunt news, but now there's gonna be haunt news. We don't want to stop the BS chat, so James and I have been talking about a separate show for quite a while. So for the beginning of this year, we basically pulled our pants up and made it happen.
Yeah.
So
it's our live show like we do here, but it's under the new brand of Ministry of Amusement, which it's not haunt related. In fact, we try to avoid haunt related information.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the whole point. We're trying to get away from that and stay focused. It'll still be BS here, but for the most part, it's going to be haunt related stuff.
Yeah.
But Ministry is kind of like our cover all for everything else.
Yeah. And that's our tagline. So yeah, it's just, we're Haunters Anonymous. We really want to stick with the haunt stuff and the home haunts and everything. Still have a blast. I mean, we'll still talk, smack and all that stuff, but all the other stuff that we still like to talk that we wanted to get to another show. So that's what Ministry of Amusement is. It's all the other BS. So once the year starts rolling, we'll start seeing about maybe adding another haunt show if there's a lot of stuff to talk about. But that's going to be a while. There's going to be a few little things here and there that we'll be doing differently for a short bit.
Yeah, mostly because of time constraints for me at the moment.
Yeah, always an adventure though. I mean, we're just ramping. Honestly, we're just ramping everything up.
Wow.
Maximus6 wants to remind you to go show science behind the scare some love.
That's what Ministry is. So accept the invite, Max. But
yes, do that.
Yay! Let's remind you to show. Oh, we need some Streamloots cards for it too. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wind it down. Thank you all so much as always for stopping by and coming and seeing us, keeping the chat rolling. Once again, Ministry of Amusement on Wednesday, another Haunters Anonymous on Sunday. we'll be we we need guests again. We'll be reaching out. The idea is to have guests on Ministry of Amusement too. So
Yeah, and
we'll
it'll
let
be
you know.
like
You let
whatever
us know.
though. It's not
Yeah.
like how we do it
13.
here.
Thank you. Thank you. 13 says, love the logo for MOA. You were a bit of an influence with that.
Yep.
I loved everything you did. We loved everything you did for Halloween, and I wanted to keep a 20s and 30s vibe for it. I think you'll like the music for it too.
Yeah, if you get a chance, at least go listen to the beginning of it, because it's
yeah. 13, go if you like. Say Ministry of Amusement is on YouTube. We have had one show. We had our initial show, which you can go back and listen to. Yes, really on all accounts. So yeah, you were definitely an inspiration for what the MOA logo was going to be. So there you go. And we think that you'll like the beginning song of it. 1920. I think the song was from 1926. Keeping that vibe as well. So if you get a chance, go just randomly just listen to the first MOA show. Catch yourself up. If you can join us 13 on Wednesday, always love to have you. You know that absolutely, as well as everybody else. But the big thing to know that Haunters Anonymous is going to primarily get back to its roots with the haunt stuff and haunt news and talking about haunts and vendors and what y'all are doing and what you're building, all that stuff, and then separating the super cantankerous stuff over to the Ministry of Amusement. So definitely check it out, 13. But we will, on that note, let everybody go. Please stay safe. Things are getting still crazy. Please wear your masks. And join us Wednesday, and I'm going to hand it off to James.
Yep. So make sure you go over to Ministry of Amusement if you have not yet done so. Like the page. Make sure you get all the notifications. Decide whether you want to watch it on YouTube or Facebook, whichever. It doesn't matter. And we'll see you guys on Wednesday. So everybody be good. Have a good night. And see you Wednesday on Ministry of Amusement.
Have a great one, everybody.
Yeah,
Thanks.
have a good one.